What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Super Pirate Bros. And we're gonna bring with you today a winning deck profile of Donquixote Doflamingo,
Second place.
second place at our locals. And we've actually been winning with this thing for you've been winning with this thing every single set, right? Since set two. So we're gonna, yeah, we started winning with it in set two.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we've been winning every single set so far, and you're a really great Donquixote Doflamingo player. So let's go through the deck profile really quick and show it how we've updated it since set three.
Well,
What you
first
got?
is the usual 4 Peronas. Sets up the top of your deck for the leader effect.
Yep, we gotta need those because then you need to see what your leader does. So we skip that for a second, but yeah, the leader does that thing where he cheats out characters from the top of your deck by revealing it after you attack with 2 Dawn and resting 1. So that's what you're gonna do in the deck. Cheat out guys that are warlords of the sea.
And then we get into the warlords. We're playing 2 Trafalgar Law.
2 law, 1 drop. If you see him in hand, I guess you could play it. It's cheap, right?
Yeah, he's really good to play for free from your hand. One cost. Then we're playing 4 Doflamingo. Blocker sets up your top 5 of your deck as well, like Perona.
Oh yeah, that's very important because then you can keep moving around what you need and play it when you need to and adjust your draws.
Then we play the best card in the deck because it looks the best.
It's the beautiful Miss Boa Hancock. Why do you like to play this card?
She's beautiful.
Okay. Besides that?
She can draw you cards really early on in the game for free.
Okay, and when you do that, you told me you work on that thing where you adjust your life. So tell me that combo about how you put her and adjust your top 5. So how does she work, right? So you have her on board, you use his effect. By the time you've adjusted your life with about 5, right? With Perona or him.
After you played her that one time, you have him attack, play your next warlord, and then she can draw you the next card that you set up for yourself.
So that way the next 5 cards that you see, you're choosing exactly what cards you see and when you want to see them. So that way you know what you're going to draw and you can know what you are going to play with him.
Yeah.
So adjusting your hand and adjusting what you play on field is what this strategy is about. So definitely helps you there.
This deck has a lot of card advantage, hand advantage, and field presence. So next we're playing 4 Kuma.
Bartholomew Kuma.
He's another blocker.
He's a blocker that can play the pacifistas from your hand when he dies. So yeah.
Yep.
One more warlord.
Next warlord playing 4 of the 6,000 power Gecko Moria.
Gecko Moria. Let's get it. It's the Vena. This is the strongest one you can play from the leader effect, which is not bad at that.
Whatever you play first, you either want to play him on your second turn or Hancock on your second turn.
Okay. Who's next?
Next is his stepbrother, Gecko Moria.
The other Gecko Moria,
his
stepbrother.
Effect on play picks up a warlord from the trash and adds it to your hand.
Okay, not bad.
Except his stepbrother, apparently.
Gecko Moria stepbrother, just like the stepbrothers of the greatest movie ever. Back to the deck profile.
Next upgrade, I put in 2 Jinbei.
2 Jinbei. Let's see, what does this cool guy do?
On KO, he bottom decks a 3-cost character on your opponent's side.
Alright, so very good. It's strong against Zoro and Trafalgar Law. And even Katakuri players because they play Peros Para, which is really good to bottom deck.
Yeah, I love bottom decking that.
So this
He's also good to play on your second turn if you can.
Yeah, and people usually don't want to kill him. He just sits there for a long time. And also, guys, he's gotten a lot cheaper since last time. He's down to about $40 now, whereas all summer long, he was about $80. So if you want to pick him up, now is your best time to do that if it's in your budget.
I still don't know when he's getting reprinted. So next, we're playing 2 Teach. On play, bounces at 3 cost or less to the hand.
Okay, nice.
He's the MVP. He bounced back a lot of blockers for me when I won.
Oh yeah, I was watching the game in his one of his last games before topping. He actually beat a Katakuri player. Tell me how you did that with Mr. Teach over here.
So Teach was on my top deck. I had leader, give him 2 Dawn, attack.
And they had
one effect, play Teach, bounce back the blocker, and his attack goes through for free.
Yeah, that's what happened because he had one other guy on board, right? You attacked them, you knew there was a Brûlée on their top life. They got to play the Brûlée, and then you had no other attacks. You're like, oh damn, I might lose. But then leader effect, attack, do the setup, play him, bounce the Brûlée, then his attack gets to go through because they had nothing else in hand.
Yeah, you just give him enough Dawn to counter out that one extra counter you're giving them. from the Brule.
Yep, so moving around Teach will help you win certain games.
The next Warlord playing for Mihawk, he's a 2K and he's 5,000 power like most of the other ones. He's a good card to play regardless.
Yep. He can come out of the top deck with everyone else, and then he fixes your hand.
Then I'm playing one Pacifista for the Kuma effect. You can play the blocker or you can play the 6,000 power Pacifista.
Yeah, this choice is completely up to you, whichever one you want more. Blocker or power, two opposites.
Yeah, I mean, the blocker can attack too either way, but the one with power is also a counter, so it'll brick less in your hand.
Yeah. One for safety, one's for aggressive.
Next, I'm playing one Mihawk. I might want to bump that up to 2 or 3.
One of the wonderful Mihawks.
He bottom decks a 7-cost character on play.
That's a good boss card.
Then last boss card is playing 3 10-drop Kaidos.
10-drop Kaido, this is new.
Yeah, he bounces a 8-cost and a 3-cost to the hand.
Well, that's very nice. So after you set up your board, you get to wipe out their boards by the 5th turn, right?
And if you don't have enough stuff of their stuff to bounce, you could bounce back your own Prono, so you could play it on your next turn if you want.
Nice.
Because she's never going to be attacking anyways, most likely. Then more 2K counters, playing 3 Kaya. Draw 2,
counter.
trash 2. And I haven't played her once.
Just a 2K counter.
And then another 2K, 2 Sasaki. I have never played him either.
Another 2K counter. This thing is just for emergencies. If you really need to reshuffle your hand, he's there for that. But in a dire emergency.
If you have a brick. Then playing 4 of the best blue event in the game right now.
Come, Red Rock. Yep, just remove anything you want, whenever you want. Beautiful card. And then the trigger, which is pretty nuts as well. Bottom deck something 4 or less. That'll always come up.
Yeah.
You're
We
winning.
have a lottery move. We have Kaido, Mihawk, this event, Jinbei, Teach. Y'all
Yeah.
get rid of the opponent's stuff.
If you trigger 2 Red Rocks and they activate, you're kind of winning the game. I don't think your opponents can win after that.
Yeah. And last playing 2 Desert Spada helps you fix the top of your deck.
Yeah,
If you have nothing else to do.
So continue moving around your deck, because sometimes you open your deck, your hand, and you do not see your 3-drop of Doffy or the Perona. So then you're kind of stuck with just hoping for the best. And then you have this card that can help you. And the trigger is pretty nice. But also this deck, the ratios here are constructed very well because you're able to go blind with the effect and still successfully do it. I've seen you do this so many times where you're just like, you weren't able to look at your top deck. You just swing and hope for the best. And the likelihood is so high. What do you have? 4, 8, 12. Oh, him too, right? So that's 16,
16, 20,
18.
Yeah, 18, 22, 24, 26, 30. 30 warlords you can play.
There's 30 different cards in this deck that you can play by just doing a blind effect with the leader. So you pretty much should be going for it when you can, all the time. But the reason you adjust it is to do the Hancock combo where you're adding your draws and stuff because you want to utilize her draw effect. So you protect her. But yeah,
with the draw effect, you get more counters in your hand to help protect your other characters on the board anyways.
Yeah. So let's make the deck a little bit more neat so you can see the ratios really quickly. Alright everyone, here's the full deck profile with all the ratios in sight. I hope you give this deck a try if you haven't already. It's been strong forever and hopefully it continues to stay strong for the remaining of the sets. And yeah, you think it's a lot of fun. What's your favorite part about playing the deck, man? Why do you think you like it so much?
I like being able to play flood the board really fast and make them not attack my leader, so I always have life.
Okay. And this deck you want to go first, right? All the time, because you either try to hit Perona, and if not, you get to hit him on your very second turn, which is your 3-drop. So
even if I have him, I just go for the effect. I'm not wasting a turn playing this guy, honestly.
oh
Most
yeah,
likely I have a warlord on top of the deck. If not, then I'm still attacking for 7k at least.
oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's kind of worth it. Well, it depends on what kind of deck you're facing. If your opponent has a high pressure deck against you, like Zoro, then you cannot waste time certain times when doing this.
Yeah, I'm not gonna risk.
Or if your
I'm gonna
opponent,
risk it with just going blind sometimes.
or if you're playing against Black that has a bunch of KO power very easily, he might not be worth playing because they'll just get Kobe'd or whatever.
Yeah, this deck does really good against, I think, green decks because they don't have any way to remove your cards with effects. They always have to attack into them.
Oh yeah. Just like Red, because Red doesn't play Nico Robin anymore, or even Vista. Even if they do, these are all high cost and high power dudes. So
yeah, Fire Fist isn't gonna help them too much either. They're all 5,000, so you're gonna have to lower their cost one way or another.
yep. So very good. We're gonna be doing more deck profiles soon. We're gonna keep trying different decks out at locals and just showing you guys what we were winning with. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Peace.
Pieces.